Hi everyone, it's Gail, and I am going to do some more decorating on these pages that were from Roxy's weekly challenge. I have more, and I'd like to get a few more completely decorated. So I've grabbed out 3 that are kind of fallish, and we're going to concentrate on those. So let's say hi and hugs. Let's say hi and hugs to Gloria, Anna Marie, Susan, and Belinda. Thank you so much for watching and for your kind comments. Okay, I have grabbed, we'll put those over there for now. I have grabbed my couple of little books. These are both, if you need to take a screenshot, from Amazon. And they're all fussy cut, and so they're ready to play with. So let's just see what we might like to do. This is all good for writing. I'm liking that. But we could decorate specifically this one. And then this one could be for writing. Might even put a paper on there. But let's see what we might have that could go on there. Do I have taller stuff back here? I do, but I think it's too tall. Just look, excuse me while I just look. Yeah, that's too tall. Let's see what's in here. Like, that is super cute, isn't it? What if we made that like a little tuck? That'd be cute. Okay. I am going to grab a piece. Hopefully I have one. What's this one? Oh my gosh, that'll be perfect. Okay, I'm going to put that on there, and then we'll kind of fussy cut around it to make it. I might leave a little on the top and bottom. Okay, just thinking through here, guys. Yeah, so this is just going to be a little decorating and chatting kind of a video, but I love them. Somebody said in one of the comments, it made me so happy. They were like, it's like being in your craft room crafting with you. And that's how I feel too, is you guys are here with me and we're just crafting and chatting. Every now and again, I try and throw in a pearl of wisdom of why I do something. But other than that, so I am just putting this on cardstock so it'll be more sturdy as a pocket. And I'm just going to put it close to the edge like that. And then we're going to cut around this so it's still in the same shape. That's my plan. That is my plan. So how are all you? How are you all? I hope you're doing great. I hope you're having a good day. Oof, maybe you're in your craft room, or maybe not. Maybe you're just having your coffee, or maybe you're relaxing after work. I don't know. All sorts of options. Or, Gina, maybe you're trying to stay awake. I tease you, my friend, because you're so funny. Yeah, she falls asleep multiple times during my videos. I think it's hilarious. Then she'll say, oh, here we go. Another viewing. Oh. And some of you watch with your puppies or your kitties or your grandkids or whatever, but it's so fun to hear what you're doing when you're watching. Okay, just a little bit. There we go. Okay, that'll be good. And then, because then we can kind of, what I'm thinking is we can kind of leave that, and that could be written on too. Okay, so I'm going to use my little scissors. These are the ones that back in the day our dog Jimmy Joe chewed up. It terrifies me to think of him having this because look at how pointy that is. He could have hurt himself. That was my bad. I must have left him within doggy mouth area. Just gonna kind of make it shape the way I had it shaped. Because I did like that the shape, the colors are a bit lighter, and so it can just, let's do this. I could use this to stamp on. Yeah, not much there. A little bit here. Gotta keep those things to stamp on, you know. Yeah, anyway, the colors are lighter, so they show up against that dark craft color, and I like it. So, I'm excited. Tomorrow I don't have any appointments or anything, so I'm going to get to just make videos and craft. And then I think I might work on getting our deck furniture out and our deck cleaned off. It's got a spot that's all full of the stuff from our popcorn ceilings. I think the guys must have taken out a tarp and just sat it there while all that kind of fell off, and so that's on our deck. So I want to get that like sprayed off. I told Mike I think I'll take the sponge mop to it and he can follow me with the hose and spray it off or something. I think that should work. So yeah, okay, there we go there. Get all our scraps off of there. Okay, then I do want to give it a little edge. Gosh, Mike and I last night, we watched a horrible movie. It was just bad, you know, and it's like I said, well, we'll never get those 2 hours back. And so now I'm under pressure because he picked that one out and I said, okay, and he said, you got to pick out tonight. And I'm like, okay. Now I'm scared I'm gonna get an even worse movie. Man, that was bad. I can't think of the name of it now, but it was just like, oh my gosh. It had good people in it, but ugh, wasn't good. Okay, let's put this here. It was one of those movies where you're like, oh my goodness, why did that person do this movie? But I suppose it's one of those things you gotta take what jobs are offered, I suppose. Okay, so that's gonna be a little tuck. Now, do I have, I can't remember. It's been a while since I, oh. That's kind of cool. I could just stress that up and put that in there. I mean, it fits perfectly. Maybe that's a meant to be, huh? Okay, I'm going to just, once again, give it some edges. Oops. This was like this in the book. And then I just cut it out and folded it into kind of a double journal card sort of situation. Let's use a little right there. Let's just do this around this part. So once again, it'll be nice once fall journal making time comes to be able to have a few pages that are done already. Okay, really like that. I'm going to put that in there. A lot of journaling space. So we recovered any journaling space that we covered up with the pockets. So that's good. Now this part, I feel like I just want, I don't know. I was going to look at, hang on one second. This is some prints from my Neutral Collage Kit 3. I thought there was some that had a little writing space on them, but maybe not so much. Okay, I probably have digital somewhere that would be good, but I'm just gonna go with what we've got handy. And I mean, there's this one. That's really decorative, isn't it? But you could write on it too. So I think I might just do that. I need to go through all of my digitals that I have printed, and I have some of them stored in a couple of file boxes. I need to go through and just see which ones are like for backing and get those in one spot so I have them handy when I need them. I think I'll go like that with that one. Okay. Now we could do something for writing on the mushrooms, but I hate to cover up the mushrooms. So this paper is from Kara Brandon Creations, and they're part of her color palette digitals. And these are from the orange one. Yeah, that's kind of neat. That jazzes it up a little, but still provides writing space. Whoopsie. Okay. So that'll kind of jazz that up, and then it flips out. So I think that's all good. This is good for writing. This is good. Here, this is a pocket. So that's awesome. And what do we have? Anything that would go in there? These are all too big, I think. And I don't know that I have anything that's that tall and skinny, but maybe. Oh my gosh, that's cute there. I think I could just leave that and cut off that. Okay. I'm going to cut that right there. Could put that there, and then it's used. I think that'll be okay. I don't think that needs reinforcing. Okay, I'm going to put a little mark right there so I know where to put that. Okay. Oh, I was looking for my glue paper. It's like, where is it? You know, it is really fun to use these things that I've spent all this time fussy cutting. It's like good to be using them. Okay, I'm just gonna go like this and leave that edge. Come on, come up. Put you right there. I think, yeah, that's good. Okay, and I think I might put a little label right there. I've got that one. Okay, where'd it go? I had some mushroom labels from this Elodie Craft and Creation, but I'm not seeing them right this moment because I want them probably. No, not that. I think they must have fallen somewhere. Is this them? Nope. Okay. That being the case, we'll use something else. I don't know if I put those with my fall stuff or what, but I have other labels that maybe could work, and I was wondering if I had a mushroom. Doesn't look like it. Ooh, here's some mushrooms. Perfect. Awesome. Took's Craft Table. She sells on Ko-fi, I believe. Okay. Ow. That was my knee running into my table. I get on a roll, you know. Personal safety just goes out the window. Okay. So, and then this is a pocket. So something can go in there. I'll just kind of show you. See, something can go in there. And then all this can be for writing. So I'm going to call that one done. That was fun. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so now what? These mushrooms, what are these mushrooms like? Oh yeah, these are the ones with the funky little people, which I almost feel like I need to do a journal just with these. You know what I mean? Okay. And gosh, I still have a lot more to fussy cut in there, I feel like. Oofda, yeah. Okay, so might be done with those, and we'll see what else we can do. How about, yeah, so fall and Christmas. How about some flowers? This is all like, ooh, this one's very flowery too, but I feel like this one would go better with the bigger flowers. So let's see what we might have to go with this. Then those. So there's not a lot I want to do on that, but we could do something on this. Let's pull out these flowers. This one's Marimi Small Art too. I really like her, the ones that she has, her books. There's some really big flowers here that I haven't found a home for, so maybe I'm just looking for, what is that? Those are roses. Got a poppy, got a peony. Do kind of like the peony for this, but let's see. Don't really want a tulip, I don't think. Here's a rose. What? It's the right size and everything. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that is beautiful just like that, isn't it? I feel like I don't know that it needs anything else. I think that's beautiful in its simplicity, if you will. I do think I might put a little row of tape at the bottom. I'm just going to use this. And this is, I don't know, a tape that they do use for making t-shirts or something. Anyway, this tape, it looks like vintage tape, and it is on my favorite things. It is under the new items, and I think it's a heading under that. So yeah, I like that. Okay, I am not even going to distress that. That is just lovely and perfect the way it is. I think I'll switch that around. This will be fairly easy to glue, but those leaves will be a little more tricky. So we'll do this first. Go out all these little spikes and then get to this leaf. Let's get the, yeah, I'm digging out my glue stick a bit, but that's okay. All right. Let's put you on first. Ah, come here, you. Okay, let's see. I'll just use a little Kleenex and get you wiped up a bit. Oh my gosh, I love that. That is just real fun. Just all on its own. Okay, cool. I mean, I could, if there was the perfect little label for right there, I could put a boy, I don't know. See, I feel like if I fill in that space, I kind of need to fill in this space, and then it gets all busy. And I really like the simplicity of that. So I think I'm going to leave it. I think I may leave this envelope too, because you could totally write all over that envelope. And then if we put something in there that's got some pattern to it, that would be pretty. Could put a little washi down here maybe, just to give it a little decoration. I don't know that kind of maroony. Do I have anything? Taking a quick look-see. This is a little thicker than I wanted, but maybe. Yeah, that'd be pretty. Little Amity Bloom washi tape. And please know, you can put on your washi tape without gluing it. It's just that I sell my journals, and so I don't ever want them falling apart, you know? So I give them a little extra oomph there. Let's see here. Maybe this side. Okay. Yeah, just a little something and still maintaining the writing space. There. Then some tags, preferably with roses, to go in there. Okay. Well, we're making some progress. This is again a Cara Brandon. I think, I don't know, I'm not positive what that other one was, so I hate to say, but I think it might have been this one. Might have been Carol Cuts Designs. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Okay, excuse me. Oh, cheesy peasy. You sure can tell when Alfie's here, can't you? Gail sneezes in every video. Okay. What do we want to do with you? So this is all good. And I think this is fun. I don't know. Maybe a label there. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe nothing. So these flowers are a bit more spindly. I just saw this and thought maybe needs to have more fussy cutting done, but I didn't fussy cut it before I put it in here because if I did, I was afraid that I would break it off. Well, let's cut that and just see. I think I'll like it. I'm going to go ahead and cut this middle part first while it's still got some stability. Yeah, there's a few spots. Yeah, some of these flowers were interesting to fusty. Oh geez, fuddy cuss. Because you know, they'd get spindly, and to have them sitting in the bag, I didn't think they would hold up. So I thought, well, I'll just fussy cut them when I use them. This spot right here could use some. I'm not going to go in between all those yellow flowers. I'll just give it a little distress and call that good, I think, because that's a lot. Yeah, everything else, well, this could be easily cut. And where did I see this one? Okay. And then we're going to cut out these. Ow, I just poked my finger. Okay, and this could use cutting out. Some of these spaces are so little. You know, Mike used to do fussy cutting for me. I've been showing him these flowers that I've been fussy cutting out of Amazon books, and he's like, oh, I'm so glad I don't do that for you anymore. Well, it was a time saver, but I, you know, wouldn't have had him do this stuff. Cutting out like a batch of labels, that's a little different. It's all square and easy, but there we go. Okay. Okay, one more spot, sorry. Let's see if I go up this way. Then I can get at this and theoretically go right up here. Yep. Okay, that's going to be fun to glue. I'm wondering if we want anything behind that. Do we want any? You know what might be fun is, where do I have? Yes, I've got some Edith Holden book pages. These ones are the ones with fun. Okay, let's do this way. Get my... At least we can try it, and if we don't like it, I can use it somewhere else at some point. Good to stamp on. Goes in that box. Okay, then, yeah, I could just, I'm going to fussy tear this. No, don't think so. I'm thinking about just maybe using one bit. I liked how it looked against the green too, so if I just put that there. Okay. Almost fits. Okay, so if we put that on there and then put these guys on, how do we feel about that? Like that, or gosh, I like it with nothing. Okay then, these are going back in the old scraps area. Okay, well, it was worth a try, I think. Okay, so we're gonna try and do some light distressing here. Oop. Okay. We're just gonna put that down there. Let's do that, and then maybe some sort of label. I don't know. I just like them as they are. I think I'm going to put a little mark where this middle stem goes. Okay, here comes the tricky part. Trying to get glue on all this without ripping it. First rule of thumb, use a page that doesn't already have glue on it. Sweating doing this. That's what I was afraid of, but we can fix it. Part of the problem is my finger gets so sticky. Okay. stick. Okay. Now I can breathe. Okay. This one. It's like all the little points that I don't get very well, but sorry, that was a little intricate, so I know it was a slow process, but I think we got it. By George, I think we've got it. Oh, except that I just tore this off. Where did it go? Right here. Okay, this. And then there's this one. Okay, and this went here. Right? I don't know. Anyway, that's where it's going now. Okay. Let's think of a pretty, where do I have Carol? There she is. Thought she had, might have some floral ones. This is Carol Cuts Designs too. Not bad, but let's see. Okay, not really labels, are they? I kind of like how that blends in with this. Let's do it. Because this is definitely one that I could overthink all day. So, ever so much easier to do a little circle than it is those flowers. Oh, here we go. Okay. And what here? My glue leaked, so it's a little funky right there. This could be another tall, skinny flower if I had such an animal. How about that? I think so. That one's just kind of, what do they call that? Kiss cut or whatever. It's not all the way up, but I like that. I'm going to put that there. Little bit easier to glue too. Oh, straight would be good. Shoot, gotta go over a little bit. That's fine. Okay. And again, I could put a little something right there. Would if one of Roxy's labels, I was just thinking that these would be, nope, too big. Okay, so the mid-size ones. Those are the big ones. No, that one. I don't like how it's going over the flower. Those are just a little bit too big. That's a good size, but not that label. No, 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 no. Okay, I don't mind that one because there's a lot of yellow in here. And there's yellow in this. I'm sorry if this has been shiny in your eyes. Sometimes the ruler reflects my overhead light and it's just not good. Okay. All right. I have such a hard time covering up these papers. This can be written on. I guess a person, as you're putting it in the journal, in a journal, you could always go, I think I need more writing space. I'm going to put some writing space on there. I think I'm going to leave it for that. Okay. So there's, oh gosh, we got 3 done. That's awesome. What time do we need to be done? Yeah, we only have a little. Let's see. Oh, this one's so pretty. Maybe a flower on this one too. Look at that. That's a Roxy Creations paper. So beautiful. And then this flips out. Something can go there. Tags here. So this is a very busy one, but I'm thinking a pretty flower on this side would be nice. You know what I'm thinking is, what if we did like one of those little gardens, only on this envelope? Too big. Maybe. I don't know. Could. Yeah, let's just see if we can put something together like that. How about this guy? No. Let's see. Those are all too big. Let's get in this one again. No. So, this one. Maybe this one, maybe how having a hard time telling without cutting this out. We'll just hope it hangs together if I don't use it. Don't like that there. If this was a different color, I would like it there, but I really like playing with these gardens. It's just this is pretty. Look at this poor tulip. That's what happens when I put them in the bag. Oh well. It'll straighten out when we put glue on it at some point. Maybe it needs some book page behind it. I think that's what's bugging me. Okay, I'm gonna use, let's just use a bit of book, I want it to be a little more colored, but let's see what we have on here. That's too small, I think. Oops. Totally lost the cover. Oh my goodness. That's a good size. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna distress the edges of that. Might need a butterfly, might need a bird, I don't know. Might need something. Let's put you kind of right there. Okay, I'm going for it. That was a no. Okay, so better safe than sorry with the glue page, I think. And I want this up higher so the other ones can show below it. Ah, shoot. Goodness. Okay, I'm going to put that right there. And get it down before it rips. Okay, and then I had this one, which also has itty bitty pieces. Okay. Now if I go from the bottom up, maybe. Okay, and that is going to go to the very bottom, except not there. Gotta kind of work it so that I can get the bottom on, but still have room for this one. I don't know. That's where it's going. Okay. You come over here. Okay. Okay, then this one. Ah! Whoops. Lost the leaf. Okay. Now, I think it needs a butterfly or something. Let's see. Don't think it needs a bird. A bird would be too big. I think it needs a huge butterfly, but maybe one there and one there. Yeah, why not? Okay, and then we're gonna look at the rest of this piece real quick here. Yeah. Oh my goodness, you guys. I seriously am a train wreck. Look at that. I just knocked something, oh, my watch, into my bag here. It's because I tripped on the cord. I seriously need some time to clean up this area. I had a request to see kind of the arm length tour again, and I was waiting until I got things more organized, and I don't think it's going to happen. So okay, I don't mind it. I feel like it needs something there. So, you know, you can always count on the Junk Journal Studio for a little word that goes that way. Grateful. That's going right there. Okie dokie. Yeah, the other thing I've been waiting for is all my ephemera needs to be reorganized, but I think earlier I asked you guys if that would be of interest, if I should do it on a video. Okay, phew, that one was a little labor intensive, wasn't it? But I like it. This needs a little trim right here. There we go. And maybe just maybe that's what's bugging me. Just needs a little more outline than it's got. It's distressed, but maybe not enough. Okay, well, I do like it. I do like it, and kind of goes with the rest of it. This side, how much time do we have? We have about 5 minutes is all. Let's put all the flowers back in here. And what do we want to put there? Maybe, do I have another piece of that paper? I do. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Let's just use another piece of the paper to decorate that a little bit. Since we were so labor intensive with the other one, we'll do this one in more of a quick fashion here. Just would like to be semi-straight, you know. Pretty good. Okay. So I think I want the bottom for sure, and so we will just trim off a tiny bit here. Alrighty then, I think I would like this to be distressed a bit. And then I think it might also need a label, just so it has a bit more interest. Okay. I'm just going to use glue stick on this bad boy instead of the art glitter glue, and since it's an envelope, it should maybe hold its shape a little bit better. Okay, so let's just put that right to the bottom, right to the edge. And there we go there. Okay, now a Rachel label, and we should be done with this one. Okay, now I can use a bigger one. That's not too bad, but what else I might like? Maybe this one. I think I like that one. Okay. Well, tomorrow is Mixed Media Monday, and I think we're going to do grungy clusters. I think that's what I'm having a hankering. Okay, so there is that one. And then things in there, things in there. That's just a lot of prettiness. Okay, I think we'll call it a video. We got 4 of them decorated, though. I'm excited about that. That was fun to do, the little flower garden thing on that one. I enjoyed that. This one had its own flower garden, kind of, didn't it? So that's what we did to that one. The inside is just as it was. Then this one, Simplicity, we're going to call it. Didn't do a whole lot. The inside of that one is all to be written on and tags in there. And then we've got a little fall one with a journal card in the tuck, some writing space, and then on the inside another tuck and a lot of writing space. So thanks everybody so much for being here. I hope you have a great Sunday. Have a grateful day. We'll see you in the next video. Oh, be kind always. Love you guys. Bye.